this week's time trial in the Alpine VGT at Catalunya, no chicane. Those cars a bit easier to handle, almost like a VGT compared to the other VGTs, so not too bad. First corner after those black lights on the left hand side before the 100 board. Just as you pass it, you can pass it and then you hit the brakes. Go down into second, start releasing. With this car you'll start feeling it grip as you release the brakes, and that's when you fully release and turn in. Now for this left-hander, you just want to lift, stay on the throttle, don't completely lift off, make it through the corner, upshift into third, and then immediately start lifting. Now you'll see I've got just a bit of throttle input through the corner, and as you see that first orange barrier straight in front of you, that's where you can go flat out, go towards the outside, and just under this bridge, just as you're going underneath it and entering it, that's where you'll start braking down into second. Again, as you release, you'll start feeling it to turn, and that's when you fully release the brakes, accelerate out earlier, lots of grip on this one. As you pass that building on the right hand side, that's where you want to start braking. It's before the grandstand over there. Start braking down into first, partial throttle, and then full throttle on the way out. Too early and you're going to spin out over there. This corner is quite tricky as the curb starts on the right hand side. That's when you start braking down into second, release, partial throttle, corner helps again. Not too hard, otherwise you get track limits. Now here, just as the curb ends before that orange barrier on the left hand side, that's when you start braking. Just tap the brakes a bit and get on the throttle immediately, partial throttle through the corner and full once you get grip. Now here there's that empty flag pole over there on the right hand side. Just as you pass that before the 100 board, that's when you start braking down into first. As you get to the corner, start releasing, accelerate slowly on this one, partial throttle in first gear, and you shift up, lift through that left-hander. And for the second gear corner, you just want to tap the brakes and keep it balanced and accelerate out early. Just lift a bit for this corner. Too much on the inside, or you hit the cones and you're going to get track limit penalties, so keep it on the red and white curve over there. Left tires need to stay on top, same over here. Now as you go over the sausage, just be careful not to unsettle the car, and you start looking for that pit lane marker on your right hand side. Just as you pass that, tap the brakes, partial throttle again through the corner. Careful of track limits again over there, and that's a 129.4. Last quarter, you just partial throttle and full throttle once you get grip. Stay towards the left hand side over here. You're going to start looking for that black marker just before 100, just as you pass it over there, onto the brakes, down into second, release the brakes, feeling grip up and turn in, and then you go just lift through the left hander into third and then start lifting. Orange barrier, start accelerating out of that corner, go to the outside. Just as you pass that bridge just underneath it, brake down into second. Again, start turning the wheel and releasing the brakes, and you'll feel it grip quite nicely on this one. That building on the right hand side, that's when you start braking down into first, release, partial throttle, and as you straighten up, that's when you go full throttle. Stay to the right as the curbing starts, down into second, partial throttle through the corner, be careful. Can spin out or give you track limits if you accelerate too early. Just lift and tap the brakes as you pass the end of the curb, and then it's full throttle once you can see the exit. Empty flag pole over there, that's where you start braking. Just as you pass it, down into first, release the brakes, partial throttle in first, lift over there for the left hander, and then just tap the brakes for this, keep it in second, and then partial throttle out of the corner. Just lift over here, get onto the curbing, and then full throttle out, pit lane entry sound. That's when you just tap the brakes down into third and then accelerate out over the finish line to 29.4.